In Africa, we have always told wonderful stories. And these same stories have been told and retold by our parents, our grandparents, and all their parents before them. Children, what's in the space above your heads? Good. Valencia, we are sitting under a big tree with branches that reach the sky. And all around, there are trees with green and gold leaves. And right next to us, there's a stream. Tell me, what can you hear?
I can hear birds. I can hear leaves rustling. And I can hear your voice.
Yes, you can hear and see the space above your heads. It is this space that is full of stories from all over Africa. Stories about the skies. Today, I'm going to tell you some of these stories. And if you listen carefully, then one day, you will be telling stories just like me. But first, I need you to imagine that this tree is called Mdimsumo. Can you all say Mdimsumo?
Mdimsumo.
Yes. Mdimsumo is a very tall tree that reaches to the heaven. Sometimes it's called the heaven tree. And sometimes it's called the story tree. Now here is a story about this tree from the Wachaga people of Tanzania. Do you know where Tanzania is? Okay, I'll show you. See, we are down here. And Tanzania is all the way up there in East Africa. Valencia, do you want to come and check out Tanzania? Okay, come, my darling, this way. All right. Now that's the whole map of Africa. And now down here, this is South Africa. And if you move up, there, that's Tanzania. Can you feel it?
Yeah.
Yes. Now, listen carefully. Kwesukela.
Osi.
Once upon a time, there was a young girl who went to cut grass. She saw a spot where grass grew thick, so she stood on that spot. But as soon as she stood there, she was sucked into the ground very quickly. Oh no! Imagine that. Her friends tried to grab her and drag her out of the ground. But it was too late. She disappeared completely. All her friends heard was the voice of the girl crying out, "The ghosts have got me. Please go and tell my mother and father." Her friends ran as fast as they could to go and tell her parents. And soon, many people were standing around the place where the young girl had disappeared. And soon enough, a diviner came. Do you know what a diviner is?
A diviner is someone with special powers.
Yes, a diviner is like Isangoma. Someone who has special powers. The diviner told the father of the girl to kill a cow and a sheep for his daughter. And as soon as the animals were killed, the people heard the girl's voice, but it sounded far away and quiet. Sizanibo. And then it was silent. The family knew that the girl was lost forever. In time, a tree grew in the same spot where the girl had disappeared. It grew so tall and high it reached the sky, just like this one. It gave plenty of shade. Sometimes the boys would allow their cattle to eat the grass under the tree, and sometimes the boys would climb the tree. One day, 2 boys climbed the tree higher than anybody had ever done before, and they shouted to the other boys, "Can you still see us?" The other boys shouted back, "No, please, come back, come down." But the boys continued. They carried on climbing the tree, and they shouted back at the boys, "We are going on into the sky to woohoo." Do you know what woohoo is?
No.
Woohoo means the world above. Can you all say woo-hoo?
Woo-hoo.
And you know what? Those were the last words the boys spoke, for they were never seen again. And the people named this tree Mdimsumo, or the story tree. Now, children, you know why we sit under this tree for our stories. Because this tree reaches high up into the sky, and the stories come down through the tree from the sky. Phela, phela, ngantsomi.
Khosi.
Did you know that a long time ago, once, the stories belonged to someone called the Sky God? Our next story tells us of how a little clever spider managed to get all the stories from the Sky God. Does anybody know where Ghana is?
Yes, I know.
Oh, come and show us. There you go.
Ghana's over here.
Very good. Ghana is on the west coast of Africa. The spider in our story is famous and well known all over the world. Maybe you've heard of him. His name is Kwaku Ananse. Can you all say Kwaku Ananse?
Kwaku Ananse.
Kwe suke la.
Khosi.
One day, Kwaku Ananse went to the Sky God to try and get his stories. The Sky God just laughed and looked at the little spider. Ha, 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 ha. You just come and want to get my stories when so many rich people tried and failed. Kwaku Ananse was a very clever spider. He just asked, "What is the price of your stories? How much will it cost me?" The Sky God told him that in return for the stories, Kwaku Ananse must give him 4 things. The first thing was Oninete the python snake. The second thing was Osibo the leopard. And the third thing was Moboro, the swarm of hornets. Do you know what hornets are?
No.
Hornets are little insects that sting like bees, and they fly around in a big cloud. The fourth thing that Kwaku Ananse had to bring was Moatia the spirit. Kwaku Ananse just smiled and said, "I will bring you all these things in return for the stories. And I will even bring you my mother Nsia." Kwaku Ananse left. He went home. When he got home, he told his wife and his mother about the promise he had made to the Sky God. His wife told him how to catch Oninete the python snake. He told him to take a branch and catch him by the river. And he did. And then he caught the swarm of hornets in a big bowl. Do you know how he caught Osibo the leopard? He dug a very deep pit, and then he put branches and leaves on top of it. And Osibo fell inside, and that's how he got him. And then Kwaku Ananse and his wife thought of a very clever plan on how to get Moatia the spirit. They carved a doll out of wood, and they put sticky gum all over the doll. And then they took the doll and put it under a tree where Moatia used to like to play. And nearby, they placed a plate of yummy food. Soon, Moatia came to play. She saw the doll under the tree, and she saw the tasty food. So she asked the doll for some of the food. But the doll was silent. Moatia was angry. She slapped the doll's face. Her hand stuck to his cheek. Oh, she was more angry. She slapped the other cheek. Imagine that. Both her hands were stuck. Moatia the spirit was now stuck. So, Moatia the spirit was caught. As soon as Kwaku Ananse the spider had all the 4 things that he needed to have, he took everything, and he even took his mother to the Sky God. When the Sky God saw this, he was amazed. He called all the other gods. Come, Then he said, see? Many people have tried to get my stories and failed. But this little spider, Kwaku Ananse, has paid the price. And he has even brought his mother Nsia. So, from today, the Sky Stories will no longer be called Sky Stories, but they will be called Spider Stories. Phela Ngantsomi.
Nkosi.
It's time for our activity. What are you going to paint or draw?
The spider called Ananse.
The girl falling into the ground. I'm going to paint a tree touching the sky.
Very good. Here you go, Nandu.